the BBC.
Hello, it's me, Julia. We're all choosing things to wear today. Now, Gabriel is trying on hats. Which one do you think he'll choose? Emma's choosing something to wear around her neck. What would you choose? Matthew's choosing shoes. I know which pair I like. I think this is far too small. I need something bigger. The boy in the first story has grown out of his clothes and it's called New Clothes for Alex.
Alex, I can see your tummy, said his mother. It looks as if I need to buy you some new clothes. No, you don't, said Alex, pulling down his sweater. Yes, I do, argued his mother. You've grown very tall lately. I don't want to go shopping, said Alex crossly. It's such a long way to the shops. You could ride your bike, suggested his mother. Alex grinned. And have a cake? Yes, if there's any money left. Alex's mother grabbed her shopping bag and they set off for the shops at once, just in case Alex changed his mind. Alex rode his bike as fast as he could. His mother had to run to keep up with him. I don't think this was a very good idea after all, she puffed. I want to go home, Alex said as soon as they reached the shops. There's too many people here. Someone's sure to tread on me. Of course they won't, said his mother. And we're not going home till I've bought you some new clothes. I won't wear them, growled Alex, giving his mother his very fierce monster stare. To his surprise, she growled back. Alex's mother went over to a shop window. Do you like any of those T-shirts or sweaters, Alex? No, said Alex. They moved to the next window. Do you like any of those shoes? No, said Alex. They moved to another window. What about those trousers? Yuck! They're horrible, answered Alex. Oh, Alex, his mother said sharply. Where am I going to find something you like? Just then, she noticed a big department store. Oh, that would be a good place to look, Alex. It's where I bought the clothes you've got on. Come on. She pulled Alex into the store. The children's clothes department was upstairs. Alex's mother asked the security man to look after Alex's bike so that they could ride upstairs on the escalator. I do like the escalator, said Alex. So do I, sighed his mother. It gives my legs a rest. The children's department was very big and very busy. Alex's mother wondered where they should look first. Suddenly, Alex screamed, Ouch! Oh, Mum! That great big silly old body trod on me. Told you someone would. Can we go home now? Shh, said his mother kindly. I'll carry you if you like. She lifted him onto her shoulders. Oh, Alex, she groaned. You've grown very heavy. It's good up here, said Alex, forgetting all about his squashed foot. I can see everything. There's some good clothes over there, Mum. Alex's mother clumped and swayed over to where Alex was pointing. Alex had to hold on very tightly. She laughed when she saw the clothes. "I'll buy them if they fit you," she promised. Alex tried them on in a special changing room. The clothes fitted, so they bought them. After she had paid, Alex's mother looked into her purse. "I've got some money left. You can have your cake, Alex." When they were at home, Alex took the things they had bought to his bedroom. He took off his clothes and put them on his big teddy. Then he dressed himself in the new clothes. "Look, Mum!" he called. Alex's mother peeped into his bedroom. "Oh, my goodness," she said. "You gave me a fright. Just for a minute, I thought I had 2 Alexes."
Alex chose exactly the same clothes as he had before and gave his old ones to his teddy. I think everyone's finished choosing their dressing up clothes now and they're going to show them off. Which reminds me, I think I better choose something for myself, otherwise there'll be nothing left. Who's first in the fashion parade today? I think it's Matthew and Gabriel. Matthew wears a yellow hat, yellow hat, yellow hat. Gabriel wears some clown shoes all day long. It's me! Julia wears some funny clothes, funny clothes, funny clothes. Julia wears some funny clothes all day long. Emma wears a feather boa, feather boa, feather boa. Lappy's wearing green clothes all day long.
This is Amanda. She makes shoes. First, she cuts the pieces out of leather. She has to be careful not to cut her fingers with the sharp knife. Once Amanda's cut out the pieces, she has to send them to someone else to be sewn together. They'll be made into what's called an upper. This is the finished upper. Can you see the stitches? Now this funny looking thing is called a last, and the finished upper is pulled over the last to make the shape of the shoe. And now Amanda's going to make it. She tacks it into position, ready to glue. Amanda cuts off the extra leather. She uses the roughing machine to smooth the bottom of the shoe down. Here's the sole. Stick it on the shoe. Tap it on. And there we are, one pair of shoes.
Here are some pieces of paper that I've cut out ready to make some paper shoes. I need them in the next story. It's called The Elves and the Shoemaker. Tip, tap, chin, story time's in! Once upon a time, there was a shoemaker. He was very poor. He only had enough money to buy leather to make one pair of shoes. So that night, he cut out the leather, snip, snip, cut the leather, ready to sew the shoes together. Snip, 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 snip. Then he put the pieces on his workbench, ready to sew in the morning. Then the shoemaker went to bed. Close your eyes. No peeping. Keep them closed. Then in the morning, the shoemaker opened his eyes and he found a pair of beautiful shoes. The shoemaker was amazed. He managed to sell the shoes and make enough money to buy leather to make 2 pairs of shoes. So that night, he cut out the leather like he'd done the night before. Snip, snip, cut the leather, ready to sew the shoes together. Snip, 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 snip. Then he left the pieces on his workbench, ready to sew in the morning. Then the shoemaker went to bed and closed his eyes. Have you got your eyes closed? In the morning, the shoemaker opened his eyes and this time he found 2 pairs of beautiful shoes. The shoemaker was very happy and he wanted to find out who was helping him. So that night, he decided to stay up and wait to see what happened. At midnight, the door of his shop opened with a little creak, and in came 2 little elves dressed in rags. The elves began to make the shoes. Needles sew, stitches neat, making shoes for people's feet. Sew, 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 sew. Hammer taps, 1, 2, tapping nails to make a shoe. Tap, 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 tap. Then the elves left the shop and went away. The shoemaker was astonished, and of course he wanted to find a way of thanking the 2 little elves. So that night he decided to make them some new clothes and shoes to wear. When he had finished, he left the clothes and shoes on his workbench and waited for the elves to arrive. At midnight, the door of his shop opened, and in came the 2 little elves. But instead of finding shoes to sew and hammer, they saw the beautiful new clothes and shoes. They were so happy, they put them on and they were just the right size. And then they danced and danced. Snip, snap, snout, story time's out. Perhaps you could make some paper shoes or have fun dressing up. See you next time. Bye.